Okay. Alright. Okay.
One moment, everyone. Just currently sharing everything. Uh,
Alrighty.
Sorry about that, everyone. Alrighty.
Alrighty, everyone.
Greetings and salutations, I am the Grim Hatter, and today I am streaming Terraria. I'm going to be going through all the basics and some of the advanced stuff for all the new players and everything. So yes, if you have any questions or anything about the game or about the stream, please do feel free to ask in the comments, and I have the comment window, the chat open up right now. So yeah, if you have more wishes to talk, I can easily read it, and yeah. So, basics. Dig, fight, explore, build in Terraria. Every world is a unique form, of floating islands in the skies to the deepest level of the underworld. Adventure to the ends of the earth and defeat villainous bosses along the way. The world is your canvas. Chop down trees with an axe to gather wood, kill slimes to collect their gel, combine wooden gels to craft torches. When you explore caves, it helps to have wooden platforms. Craft them out of wood. Use a pickaxe to mine the many types of ore in the world and smelt them into bars at the furnace. Use those to craft better weapons and armor. Some weapons, such as the bows and guns, require ammo in your ammo slots. Magic weapons require mana. Keep an eye out for life crystals. They increase your health, and collect falling stars to craft mana crystals. Oh, the building and build a house before nightfall. You'll need it. Create character creation. Create a character and customize them in any way you want. A character on normal difficulty settings only drops coins when killed. On difficult, a character drops all their items. On hardcore, the character dies and they are permanently deleted. This setting is only recommended for the most advanced and hardcore players. Items on the character stay on that character. Items in the world stay on that world. Controls. All these controls. Use the left stick to move around. Press down to fall through wooden platforms. Press X to jump. Use R2 to perform the action with the current item in hand, such as swinging an axe, placing a torch, or triggering a potion. Use the right stick to aim your cursor. There are two cursor modes. Press R3 to switch between them. 1. Auto mode. Pressing R2 switches the action to the direction of the cursor. In manual mode, the cursor acts more like a mouse. Pressing R2 performs the action of the cursor exact location. Pressing circle to use a nearby object or NPC. Unable objects and NPCs are highlighted in yellow. When you are near, they will flash and you can interact with them. Press square to quickly apply all buff items in your inventory at once. Hello, Kalfia Sultan. Hopefully you don't mind if I said your name wrong, but hello. Welcome to the stream. Where was I? Press square to quickly apply all buffs to items in the inventory at once. Aim and then press square R2 to use the grappling hook or similar item if you have one in the inventory. You can press R3 as the alternate jump button. Advanced players may wish to switch to grappling and alternative jump buttons. You can do this in the control menu by pressing options and view the world map and players list. HUD. The inventory bar is at the top of your screen. The current item is highlighted in yellow. You can scroll between them using L and R2. L1 and R1. To rearrange items or view the rest of your inventory, press triangle. Your health is also at the top of the screen. Every health is at 20 health. Every heart is 20 health. If you're underwater, your remaining breath is shown below the health. If you have mana, it will appear as blue star icons on the right side of the screen. Every star is worth 20 mana. Any buffs active or debuffs along with their remaining duration are shown below the inventory bar. To cancel a buff or find out more, go to the equip section in the inventory menu. Inventory. Pressing triangle to access the inventory menu. The inventory menu contains several sections of inventory: equipment, crafting, and housing. If you have active a chest or vendor NPC, there are also sections for it as well. Switch between the sections by pressing L1 and R1. The inventory bar is the top row or item slot in inventory. Use the left stick to move between the slots. Press X to pick an item. If there is a stack of items in the slot, then press X and you'll pick it all up. Press R2 to pick up a single item. Move another slot and then press X to place the item you have picked up. When you pick up an item in inventory, you can switch between equip, inventory, selection, or to a chest or other storage section, and the item will remain on the cursor. Press square to move an item directly to the trash. An item in the trash slot will be deleted after a brief delay. Press R2 to equip items such as armor or accessories directly to the usable slot. Equip. The equip section of the inventory menu contains slots for armor, items, vanity items, dyes, accessory items, and buffs and debuffs. Use L to move between slots. Items or vanities slots appear in your character do not provide any stats, bonuses, or effects. Press X to pick up and place items. You can pick up an item and switch between the equip and inventory section, and the item will remain on your cursor. Active buff or debuff slots are above the character avatar. Select an active buff or debuff to find out more about it. Press X to cancel a buff. Debuffs cannot be cancelled. Crafting. In the crafting section, you can create new types of items by combining items in the inventory as ingredients. The crafting section is part of the inventory menu where it can be opened by pressing triangle and switching to the crafting section by pressing L1 or R1. Switching between these categories by pressing L2 and R2, there are 6 categories: structures, tools, weapons, armor, consumables, and miscellaneous. Use L to scroll between crafting recipes. Press X to craft the item from the crafting recipe and place it in your inventory. New item recipes are shown in the vertical list. Any variation of that base items are shown in the horizontal list. More crafting recipes will unlock as we further gather exotic ingredients or create new crafting station items, such as crafting a table or anvil. Press square to switch between showing only recipes you can currently craft or show all recipes you have unlocked. Ingredients for the current recipe must be shown in the ingredients area, along with any crafting station items that are nearby in the world to craft the recipe. Press triangle to enter or exit the ingredients area to find out more about the individual ingredients. Housing. Build a house there before nightfall to stay safe. A house or room is considered valid if only the side walls are at least 6 blocks high and the floor and ceiling at least 10 blocks wide. Additionally, the background must be entirely placed with walls, such as wood walls or dirt walls. Finally, you must place a light source, such as a torch, and place both a chair and a table. You can change your spawn point by placing and using a bed. If you find a magic mirror, you can use it to teleport back to your spawn point. Also, you progress. NPCs will move into your house if there are valid, empty rooms available to live in. There is a housing section in the inventory menu where you can manage your household. Open the inventory menu by pressing triangle and press L1 or R1 to switch to the housing section. In the housing section, you can view the NPCs living in your rooms. Use the left stick to select different NPCs and find out about them. Press X to assign the NPC to the room you are standing in. Press triangle to show or hide the NPC room flags in the world. Press square to check if you are standing in a valid housing. Storage and vendors. If you use a storage item in the world, such as a chest, or a vendor NPC, such as a merchant, it will open a special section of inventory in between the storage and oh my god. In the storage item section, press X to pick up and place items. You can pick up an item and switch between the inventory, equip, and storage sections, and the item will remain in your cursor. There are also 3 storage shortcuts. All loot moves all items as possible into your inventory. Deposit all moves as many items as possible from your inventory into the storage. Quick stack moves only items in your inventory to match the items stacked and already in the storage. In a vendor item selection, press X to purchase them with coins. Move items from your inventory to the vendor and items section to sell them. Buffs and debuffs. Buffs are positive effects that affect such as invincibility or a pet. Invisibility or a pet. Debuffs are negative status such as bleeding or potion sickness. Active buffs and debuffs are shown below your inventory bar. Most have a limited duration. You can find out more about them in the equip section of your inventory menu. From there you can also cancel a buff by selecting it and pressing X. Debuffs cannot be cancelled. Multiplayer. Multiplayer. Terraria is a multiplayer game by default. Split screen supports up to 4 players. Local players can join your game by attaching controllers and pressing the touchpad, or by X at any time. Online games support players up to 8 players. When you start an online game, the game will be visible to your friends unless you select invite only. Likewise, when your friends host public games, they will be visible for you to join. While in a game, press options to view the list of players and their locations in the world. From here, you can also invite players, toggle your player versus player PvP mode, or choose your team color. Players who activate the PvP mode, or player versus player mode, can attack each other. When players select a team, color, their location and health are only visible to teammates. Teammates cannot attack each other. Dungeon. Every world contains a dungeon. Do not enter the dungeon without first defeating its guardian. Look for the old man and speak to him at night. Be prepared. Hardcore mode. The hardcore mode, you must defeat to activate hardcore mode, you must defeat the unspeakable horror that lives in the underworld. Find the guide voodoo doll and hurl it into infernal lava to summon the monstrosity. If you defeat it, use its treasure to destroy demon altars. Hardcore mode permanently changes the world. New environments appear, as do new enemies, bosses, items, and NPCs. And hardcore mode is only for the bravest warriors. Banning worlds. If you find offensive content in another player's world, you can choose. Okay, you can add the world to the banned world list. To do this, press yeah. And that is the end of the basic tips and stuff for Terraria offers you and the how to play. Now I'm going to be going through the tutorial. Grignor is the spear of the god Odin. So Terraria is a game of adventure that ends of the world. Okay, Terraria is a game about adventuring to the ends of the world and defeating villainous bosses along the way. This tutorial will teach you the basics. I already know the basics, but yeah. Use a left stick to move around, like so. Little quick hint at this point, if you use the touchpad and pinch or unpinch, you can zoom in and out. I personally like playing about this far. Okay, press X to jump. You can fall through wooden platforms by tilting the left stick. Try fall through the platform. So for example, use the left stick and then push down. Now jump out by pressing X. Press or hold R2 to perform actions with the current item aim with. The right stick, sorry. So yeah, using the pickaxe you can gather resources such as rock, earth, and minerals. At the top of your screen as the inventory bar, you can now switch between the items L1 and R1. Now switch to your sword. Here we are. An evil monster has appeared. Defeat it with your sword by pressing R2. Have at ye, demon! Terraria is full of monsters, especially at night. Luckily, there are many weapons you can find to help you. If you get hurt, you will heal over time. You can also use food or healing potions. Killing the slime gave you gel. If you have wood to combine it, you could craft a torch. Let's gather some wood. To chop down a tree, you must use an axe. Switch to your axe. Chop the tree by aiming down towards one and holding R1. All items you pick up go into your inventory. Press triangle to open your inventory. The inventory menu is split into sections. The area's main inventory. The top row of the items is your inventory bar. There are also slots for ammo, such as arrows or coins. Use L2 to move between slots and press X to pick up and place stacks of items, or R2 to pick up one item at a time. To permanently delete an item, move it to the trash or press square. Press R1 to switch to the equip section. The equip section is where you place armor and accessories, and the vanity slots appear in your character, but do not give you armor bonuses. If you activate a chest or vendor NPC, a separate section will appear for it. Press R1 or L1 until you switch to the crafting section. This is the housing section, and this is the crafting section. The gel and wood you collected can be crafted into a torch. Select the torch icon and press X to create it. This is the torch. And then press X to create. If you want to find out more about the recipes and ingredients, you can press triangle to enter or exit the ingredients area. So for example, this is gel. It is a material, ammo, both tasty and flammable. And any wood, a material, and can be placed. It also shows how much you have in your inventory. For example, I have 1 more gel in my inventory, along with 24 wood in my inventory. There are several categories in crafting items. You can switch between them now by pressing L1 or R2. So this is the tools, weapons, armor, potions, and miscellaneous. Now press circle to exit crafting. To create better items and explore the vast underground, you'll need to dig down, and mine ore. With a pickaxe, switch to your pickaxe. Nearby there's a vein of ore. Mine it all by aiming toward it and holding R2. So let us get the ore. This is copper ore. The purple substance you see around it is obsidian. Obsidian is usually not placed like this or found like this in the world, but it is placed like this in the tutorial to ensure that players do not miss the ore or continue digging down. So if you look in my inventory bar, you see that as I'm picking up, I'm getting more iron ore. Or copper, sorry. You can also see the items I have. As you dig deep underground, you'll find much better ores. Some may require a better pickaxe to mine. If you get stuck in a hole, you can place wood platforms to get out. Craft 5 wooden platforms now. After I collect the rest of this copper ore, I shall. Okay, so we go to crafting, and it is right here, wooden platforms. We must craft 5, but it crafts 2 as each click. So now we have 2, 4, 6. And now we select the wooden platforms in our inventory bar, which is right here. Placing items and structures is easier in the manual cursor mode. Press R3 to switch to cursor mode. The manual cursor mode acts like a mouse. Aim the cursor and press R2 to place the wooden platforms. In manual cursor mode, your character jumps about as high as your cursor mode goes, so this is alright, and the NPCs can also jump this high, so it's perfectly safe. Ta-da! Remember by switching the cursor mode at any time by pressing R3. It's dangerous to go outside at night. Build a shelter before it gets dark. To start, build walls on the ceiling. Give yourself plenty of room inside. If you don't have enough wood or stone, gather more. I'm going to build mine out of stone. Hello, the amazing turd. Welcome to my stream of Terraria. I'm currently going over the basics for anyone who is new to the game. The shelter must at least be 6 blocks high and 10 blocks wide. There's a little tip I can show you guys to building houses that is a lot more easier than trying to remember the actual amount. But for now I'm just going to gather some more resources, and I shall show you in a second. It's best to have more resources than you think for building the house, because you have to build the structure, which is the walls, the ceiling, and the floor, along with building the back wall. When you use stone, you can use it to build the back wall and make stone walls. I personally like the look of stone, others may not. It all depends on players' preferences. And as the game goes along, there are more and more resources to build out of. Alrighty. So now that I have a good amount of stone, I like putting down a bit of a foundation first. I'm going to take up a bit of this ore, or stone blocks, because I like building a bit of a basement as well. This is not necessary, but you know, if it's worth doing, it's kind of worth overdoing. But I'm just pretty much going to mine this out really quickly, I guess. Okay. The annoying Mister. Yes, this game is easy, but for some people they haven't quite grasped it. So, for the tip for building a house is if you go into cursor mode, and if you go from far left to far right, that is about how far you're... Well, technically it's one extra, so we go here, and if you move one more, that is now the full length of a base. So, 1 plus your whole reach. Some will disagree with me and say that it's a lot easier than that, but this is how I like to build my houses. So, build one up. Because pretty much just a block like this is good enough. See? But I like giving it one extra room because it makes it just a little bit more even. So instead of it making a 9 by 9, it makes it to a 10. Alright. And I'm just going to quickly fill in this, so don't mind me. Okay, you'll need a door to get in and out. Remove 3 blocks from the bottom of the wall to make a room. Use a pickaxe to remove blocks. So use your pickaxe, and pretty much just do this. And that'll leave enough room to make a door. I'm just gonna quickly gather some more dirt. Okay. I'm just gonna fill this up. You don't need to do this, but I personally would rather do this. Okay, now I need to craft a door. You need a workbench. Craft a workbench and place it inside your house. So we go to crafting, and this is the workbench. You craft one, and you see if you have an empty room on your inventory, or your bar, it will go up here. Anything down this point is technically an inventory. This is your inventory bar. So, you need to place the workbench right there. When you stand near a workbench or other crafting station, such as an anvil or furnace, more recipes will be available for you to craft in the crafting menu. So, stand near your crafting table and craft a door. So you see now there's a table, chair, and furnace, and a door. I'm going to need 2 doors, so I'm going to go cut some more wood. And also, you see you have acorns. You can plant acorns to give the trees back a little bit more. But yeah. And now that I had, of course, built another and placed it at both entrances of my door. You can open and close the door in it by pressing circle. When you're in cursor mode, you do have a little cursor to activate it. You're almost done. To make your house safe, you will need a panel, a background, for your house. The walls, such as wood. To craft a bunch of wood walls, craft a bunch of wood walls at your working bench. So you see when you're in cursive mode, you can click the door, but if you're also in the manual, it kind of just goes as you're looking at it. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to build wooden walls. So the wooden walls are right here. The dirt walls, stone walls, and wooden walls. Now I'm going to craft maybe 60. And then I'm going to start placing. I like placing inside the room. So, like so. So I crafted about 60, so that's 50, 55 you need to cover a little room like this. Your house is unsafe. For a room to be livable in for NPCs, it needs a light, a table, such as your workbench, a chair, and a light source, such as a torch. Craft a chair and place it in your house. So, we go down, and there is a chair. Now see, I do not have any room on my inventory bar for this. So it's actually in my inventory bag. So I just move it, place a thing, place that. Now place a torch on the wall and the floor of your house. It's easiest in the manual cursor mode. So you could just place it in the middle, but I like placing them like this. Feels a bit more homely. This room is not livable for NPCs. As you progress, there are many NPCs who can move into your house, if you have enough livable rooms for them. The guide is the first NPC who will move into your house. You can talk to him for tips or details about crafting ingredients. If you want to ever destroy background walls, you can do so by crafting a hammer. Congratulations, you have completed the tutorial and there are only a few areas to explore on this floating island. When you are ready, exit the tutorial and create yourself a whole new world. So yeah, that is the basics of how to do that. You can build a house by just extending your cursor to the farthest reaches and just do this. But I like giving one extra. That's personal preference, but yeah, just do this. Instead of actually having to count out how much is how much, but yeah. From the ground you're standing on, up and around. So yeah. It's not like this low, but it's always, like I said before, up to the character. So yeah. So you see that we have copper ore, and to refine the ore you must first create a furnace. Where did I see the furnace? Furnace right there. It requires 20 stone blocks, 4 wood, and 3 torches. So I'm going to quickly create more torches, and then create a furnace. Place a furnace down, preferably by your crafting bench or something. And now once you're here, you can go into the tools and create copper bars. It costs 3 copper ore to create 1 copper bar. So yeah. So you see when we have the furnace we get more things like for example grey brick and copper bricks. So quickly just going to actually assign the showroom flags and assign him here. And I recommend you always talk to your guide. Right now you can't really, in the tutorial, can't really get crafting things from him. But yes, this is the end of the tutorial. It's not the end of the stream. Okay, so I'm going to delete that character and make a new one. I'm going to make male. The hairstyle I usually like going for is the braided hair, because I do have long hair. My hair color is dark. It's more dark brown, but sometimes it looks black. My eyes are dark as well. My skin color is a bit darker, about here. My color shirt. The color shirt depends on how you look, and it'll only reveal when you're not wearing any armor or if you wear the original vanity items. So I like the dark crimson in the undershirt. I'm going to make a lighter red. Now the pants color I'm going to make black, and the shoe color I'm going to make also black. Difficulty, as said before, the normal you drop money on death. Difficult, you drop all items on death, and hardcore, death is permanent. I'm going to go on normal for now, for this. Now you press the touchpad to create the character. And for this character, I'm just going to name him Grimmy. And you see I already have worlds for this, but yeah. So create new character, large worlds, because I do like the large worlds. Grimmy's world. And now it's going to create the world. It's generating random holes, generating oh god. Crafting a dungeon, making things, adding gems, cleaning up dirt blocks, creating jungle ruins, smoothing the world, crafting waterfalls, growing spider caves, mossifications. So yes, now we're officially in the Terraria world. So this is it. Now let us do the basics and collect some resources. Use the wood to gather resources, or use your axe to gather trees for wood. So it's about 35, or how much did I say before? 55? Or 45? 55 to 45, blah, blah, blah. Really tongue-tied right now. For the background, for the basic little cursor move thingy. So yeah, just gather some wood and, yeah. So you see right now, Steve is my current guide. So you can get help to see what to do and crafting. So if you don't know what to do with things, you can pretty much come here and, like for example, wood, and press square. Well, just do that and it'll show like what you can make. So for wood, you can make a wooden platform, you can make a wooden beam, you can make a living wood platform, workbench, living wood chandelier, living wood candelabra, keg, loom, sawmills, and all sorts of things. Like for example, signs, wood walls, torches. And you can also look at the ingredients that you will need to make them along with the tool to make them. So you see I can make a lot of wooden things right now. Wooden armor. We can make a marshmallow and a stick. Huh? A goblin battle standard. So yeah. So another little tip for you that I can give you is, you see how these weapons are here? If you go to your inventory and place them pretty much anywhere, I like placing them in this corner, and then use your diagonal pad, which you see just literally underneath them, there is a little cross. You press left, the sword becomes left, axe, the copper pickaxe now becomes the top, and the axe the right. So now, see, we don't have any tools right now, but if I press left, sword up, pickaxe, and then the right becomes the axe. Another little quick tip like that. Please do mind my voice, I'm just a little bit gargly right now. But yeah. I like building on flat land, I guess you could say. Mushrooms! So, to open up your map, you press Options on the PS4. And this shows the little world. So it looks like to the left of me there is a mountain, and to the right there is just more field. So, yeah. Looks like there's something down there, but... So, yeah. I usually explore a little bit, if not I literally begin to build my little place right near spawn. So it looks like there's some ore down there, so let us proceed to go down there to collect ore. If you aim down while in manual mode, or I guess general mode, it just digs in 3x3. Now this is iron ore. Iron ore is a pretty basic material that you need to build new things, like for example the anvil and iron doors, and if I remember correctly too, arrows. Okay, now I forgot to build some wooden platforms. So remember before, just jumping height. Oh no, Steve! So yeah. Your guide can die, but don't have no fear. Another one comes back every day. Well, if your guide dies every day. So, chest. Take all and destroy the chest. Now you have a place to put your items when you find a building that you, or an area you wish to claim your own. Oh my, another hill. Whoa. Tungsten ore. So usually I recommend the first day just go around exploring a bit, collecting some ores, some resources, and stone. Yeah. And for those wondering if I have actually played this before, yes I have, but I'm currently just streaming to show new people how to play. Because if more people want to play this game and have fun with it, it's awesome. And yeah. So, wooden platform, just boop. Actually, I need to make more. Oh. Looks like there's some more tungsten ore down there. I'm going to quickly retrieve it while I get some stone as well. So yeah, at this point in the game, if anyone would like to ask anything about crafting or how to do things, I can pretty much go through all of them if you'd like. Or if it requires something that I can't do right now as a low-level character, I can switch to my other character and show you. And for people also watching and want to try join the game, today is not a viewer subscriber join today. This is pretty much just a stream to show people who wish to get to know the game, pretty much to get to know the game. Ooh, we're now in the ice biome. That is a bit of a drop. I cannot do that. So I'm just gonna gather some more stone while it's all here. So the first night is going to be a bit interesting. Oh god, Crim. Okay, nope, we have to leave. That was a monster from the... Oh god! Okay, nope, we're just gonna have to run. Just gonna have to run. That is a monster from the Taint, or the Crimtain, which is the darkness of the world. So... I'm about to die! So yeah, no problem about dying, depending on which difficulty you're on. I'm not gonna go that way. Oh god, he's here. Oh god, what have I done? I just need to quickly kill him. Oh no, it's getting dark. Vertebrate. Okay, I dropped money on death, so... And every time you die, you do get the little, marker, grave marker. Which I do find kind of fun and interesting. Alrighty. So that the night is upon us, we must quickly build a shelter. So, I pretty much think I'm just going to build it here. For a simple little building, like we learned in the tutorial. Cursor distance. Now let us quickly build, shall we? Now we place a crafting bench in the middle. We create this. Build 2 doors. Kill a slime. Well, I mean, hopefully there's no slime invading your place right now, but in mine there is. So, as I was saying, place the chair and then go into your inventory, get things you need. For example, I need these and... oh, darn it. Just doop and doop. And then I'm going to make the wooden back walls. Wood walls. So we said we need about 454? I'm just gonna make 56 and we'll see how is either right or wrong. So center yourself and yeah. Just gotta fill in the gaps. so it was like 50, 40, 49? Okay. And then light it up. I like placing torches in the little beginning out like this. And as you've seen, I created a campfire. If you're starting like this for tonight, I usually do this. And with the campfire, it gives you a buff, which is the campfire life regen is slightly increased, which is sometimes pretty good what you need. I'm going to put him in here, and hopefully the guide can quickly come this way, wherever he is. The guide's right there. He's going, okay. Okay. So now, let us build this. And now if we go into the crafting, we can now make, ooh, tungsten. Yeah. It takes 4 iron tungsten ore to make 1 tungsten ingot. So iron anvil requires 5 iron bars. So let us quickly place it. Actually, I'm going to need to move everything over slightly a bit. So I'm going to place the anvil right about here. Then this, and then... oh. Okay. And now if we use the iron anvil along with the furnace, we can now make new things. Like for example, Minecraft track or Minecart. So yeah. More doors, just various things. Toilet, trash can. Also make new weapons and other tools. A tungsten pickaxe is 50% and can mine meteorite. We have new tools, arrows. Oh, arrows requires a stick and stone. Armor. Potions, healing things. So for another thing, like for example, you see in this house I don't really have any room. You can use this and kind of place like so. And you can now place things up here. Now say for example, I don't want this stone, this wood, iron thing. It's just a grenade, I'm gonna keep that. But yeah. You can put things that you don't necessarily want to lose in here, and they'll be safe. I would always recommend putting your coins in your chest. Now, actually, I'm not going to want to use this builder potion. So I'm just going to put it in there. Mushrooms can go in here. Soak in the gel. No, I'm going to keep the gel on me. Okay, now I'm going to take the tungsten. And as you saw earlier, we can make a better sword. I'd recommend you look around and see like the melee damage to see which one would be best. So for a tungsten broadsword that has 12 melee damage, I'm going to build. And once you make it, it does add a random modifier. Like for example, see the tungsten, that's all it adds. Now if I look at mine, it is the Murderous Tungsten Broadsword, which adds plus 8% damage, plus 8% speed, and 8% and 3% critical strike. And now we put it in the chest. And now I have a Murderous Tungsten Sword. Now I can go about killing things. It's usually recommended not to go out the first night and kill things, but I think I'm doing pretty well for the first night. So demon eyes are flying little buggers. They drop lenses which you can use to make glasses and I believe later on in the game to make various monsters. spawnable monsters like bosses and yeah. Alrighty. Also, don't forget. Actually, I forgot. Where'd they go? Acorns. Don't forget to always plant acorns for trees, because you'll never know when you need just that wood again. So Steve's alright. I'm quickly gonna light this place up for him. But yeah. So when you're entering things like these, the back round or back wall can also be placed torches upon. So as of the recent update, there's a thing been added, fishing. I have not really done the fishing myself, so I guess this will literally be a new thing for both of us. I know that the fishing comes with missions, like quests, and fishing quests pretty much just sound like either World of Warcraft or Fate to me. Okay. Pretty much good to go around, just light stuff up, to ensure that monsters can't spawn within a certain place. Oh, now we have... Okay. Okay, that's all out of stuff for now. So yeah. Let us now look into fishing, shall we? So, first thing you can probably make is a wooden fishing pole. I have no idea how this works. Probably doesn't work like this. Uh-oh. Oh, what am I doing? Actually, I have grenades and throwing knives. What am I doing? I like to put my weapons that I have currently in my inventory bar up here. So throwing knives are a ranged weapon. Yeah, and I guess grenades are explosive. Well, that's pretty obvious, I guess. Okay. So, I'm going to need a lot of stone, and looks like there's literally just mountains of stones underneath me. And you don't need to worry about your items breaking in Minecraft, unlike in... Or, don't need to worry about things breaking, unlike how things break in Minecraft. Or, yeah. Oop, okay, that was just a bird. Okay. Hey, bunny. Oh wait, past this point is the taint. Well, let's not go that way. Alrighty. Let us go explore this way then, shall we? We can't really get up there unless we build a structure. Or if we had rope. Now, don't forget to plant the acorns. As again, sorry for all my stuffy noses. I have multiple noses. It's just very grumbly. Okay. So yeah, slime for gel and all sorts of things. Now, let's see, what is I gonna do again? Oh yeah. So you see that red stuff? That is the crimtane. That is the poison sickness of Terraria. Well, one of the three, I believe. I'm just gonna start digging this way. So we've just recently hit an hour, so yeah. I was usually at the hours I... Sorry, I kind of sneeze. So at the hour mark, I'd like to say I may have gone a bit too far for the first video, but yeah. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and hopefully for this little Terraria for noobs, I'm going to be doing hours at a time. So I guess this one will be a bit longer just to show the getting started. For those who are currently watching the current stream, or if not, you're watching the recorded YouTube video. Yeah. If you're watching the video or stream now, then wait a few moments and the new stream will be up. If you're watching the YouTube version, or YouTube pre-recorded, uh, yeah, the video is now over. And the next one shall be up soon. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I am the Grim Hatter, and I do stream every now and then, so please do subscribe, like, and comment below, and tell me if you liked the video or not, and any questions. And if you have pretty much any questions about the game, please do let me know. I'm going to be streaming more of this, as I said, and yeah, slowly go through the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I've been the Grim Hatter, and yeah. Hope you guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Kill the slime! 1 second. Got it. Alrighty. Well, hope you guys enjoyed, and more to come, I guess. Bye-bye, meow.